We are back once again right here on the channel, here to talk more WWE, and we're going to be talking about Smackdown Live today, and the Smackdown Live review. And this was leaps and bounds better than Monday Night Raw. You know, this was far better than Monday Night Raw could ever put on. Smackdown Live was was great to watch, and I was really intrigued with the stories that were going in to this entire story, and it clicks well. It clicks well, and the flow was nice. Maybe some of it was a bit out of whack, but overall, and to me, it just felt like a really good show that flowed well, and I thought this was a very decent to good episode of SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live seems to be doing better than Raw at this point. We kicked things off with a great, entertaining segment with R-Truth and Carmella. The Truth TV. Now, this was very entertaining. I really liked it. It made me laugh a few times. You know, R-Truth is over, man. R-Truth is over. As well as Truth TV. I stated it very obvious on Twitter. Truth TV is over. Crowd loved it. Crowd were into it. Carmella is just way more tolerable as a babyface. She's much better as a babyface. I knew Carmella was a face material woman. You can call her a diva all you want, but I knew she had the material of being a babyface than being a heel. So, WWE made the right decision to put these two together, in my opinion. They made the right decision to put these two together, because these two are clicking very well together. The Miz was irate about The Miz was irate about the Truth stealing Miz TV, and he had a match. He had to fight R-Truth to claim the rights. So, The Miz took on R-Truth. It was an alright match. You know, R-Truth, man, he's getting a lot of screen time, and it's really, really good, man. He may not be getting any championship success, but at least he's getting some screen time, and he's actually having a good time. Seriously. This guy's having a good time on SmackDown Live. At first, we were thinking, why would you move him to SmackDown? But I'm starting to think R-Truth feels more at home on SmackDown Live. He feels more important on SmackDown Live. So I think it's really helped his career. The Miz obviously defeats R-Truth here. Well, I wouldn't say obviously. I'm making it sound like I kind of knew Miz was winning. But I kind of figured Miz was going to win anyway, because there really would be no reason for him to lose on the road to Super Showdown. So it was kind of obvious. The Miz gets the victory here due to a cheating. He poked Miz in the eyeballs. Miz poked R-Truth in the eyeballs, and then delivered the skull-crushing finale, and then did Daniel Bryan's running knee strike as an insult to Daniel Bryan while he was outside watching. And also, he was the guest on Truth TV. Sheamus and Big E. Sheamus and Big E had a matchup here, and you know what? What the New Day said here, the one thing that New Day said, I would love for everybody to join in on. It's called the Say Something Nice Challenge. I would challenge anybody to say something nice about Alexa Bliss. I would challenge anybody to say something nice about Charlotte for once. And then I would challenge anyone to say something nice about anybody who truly deserves to get a nice comment. I mean, seriously. I mean, like, the New Day are great inspirations. Say something nice. Instead of being cruel, instead of being cruel all the time, why don't you say something nice? I would have plenty of nice things to say, but that's it. But you know me, I already know what I would say. So the say something nice challenge didn't really go according to plan to the New Day, and Sheamus took on Big E. This was a alright match. It wasn't really anything special, but it was fine. And Sheamus gets the victory here. Second week in a row, the Bar knocked off the New Day in singles action. Aiden English and Rusev. Now, I know a lot of people are upset over the end of Rusev Day and they broke up. But I'm not like most people that are going to immediately shit on something. I was going to give it a chance. I was going to see where they were going to go in the storyline. How are they going to book it? What's the situation that they're going to do here? And I liked this segment. I did. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was very well done. And Aiden English is pretty much saying that this is all Lana's fault. He was pretty much trying to tell Rusev that this is all Lana's fault. The reason why Rusev Day is dead is because of Lana. He showed a package of them being successful without Lana. And then he showed a package of them, you know, constantly losing because Lana is there by their side. Rusev wanted Lana to join in because Lana is his wife. He didn't want to leave Lana out. And Rusev wasn't a big fan of the idea of having Lana a part of Rusev Day. So he was pretty much pointing the finger at Lana, saying that Lana is the reason for Rusev Day's breakup. Lana is the reason why I attacked you. And he mentioned something about Milwaukee. Something that she did in Milwaukee. And he's going to announce that next week. He's going to show proof of that next week. Honestly, I really enjoyed this segment. Honestly, I did. Do I still agree breaking them up was a good decision? No. I still don't think breaking Rusev and Aiden up was a good decision. But all I'm saying is, just after 1 week, I'm invested in what this storyline is going on. I'm still not saying breaking them up was a good decision. I'm just saying I'm invested. Because it was a good segment. I just think it was a very good segment. Asuka and Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I mean, honestly, who do you think was going to win this match? If I was booking this match, I would definitely give the victory to Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. But no, that's not the case at all. That wasn't the case at all. And of course, they had to get momentum for their match with the Iconics. So, Asuka and Naomi got the victory here. If this does not end with Asuka turning heel on Naomi, Asuka needs to turn heel. You know how I mentioned on Raw that Ronda Rousey should turn heel? Well, I'm thinking the same thing here with Asuka. She should turn heel. This babyface moniker she's got going on right now with Naomi, to me, it's just not helping Asuka's character. It's not helping Asuka's character at all. I think turning Asuka heel could be a great thing for Asuka. Now, I know I didn't mention this earlier, but Becky Lynch assaulted Charlotte during a photo shoot. Why not? Let's just cheer the bad guy, even though we're supposed to be hating the bad guy. You know? Forget it. I'm not gonna bother. Ty Dillinger. Now, I was very happy to see Ty Dillinger taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, and it sucks that Ty Dillinger's not been used to his full potential. You know, just put this guy with R-Truth. You know, Ty Dillinger was supposed to be an act with R-Truth, right? So now R-Truth, so because R-Truth has Carmella, he doesn't need Ty Dillinger. I think Ty Dillinger would be a great partner for R-Truth in the tag team division. You want R-Truth and Ty Dillinger to really get on a roll? I say put these two as a tag team and have Carmella as their manager. And they can be like a comedy-like tag team. I think that would work. Ty Dillinger and R-Truth as a tag team would really work. But no, Ty Dillinger is just being relegated as a lower card joke. Ty Dillinger's show that had some really had really good intensity. He was very focused. He was taking advantage of all the screen time that he could get. But then, out of nowhere, Randy Orton attacks Ty Dillinger. Probably one of the most confusing things I've ever seen in my life. Randy Orton just destroys Ty Dillinger, and then Shinsuke just finishes him off with a Kinshasa on the outside. Then Mike Rome, the interviewer, asked Randy Orton, why did you attack Ty Dillinger? Is he your next target? And Orton just said, no, he's not my next target. His 10 chant, I hate it. So he basically just straight up says he attacked Ty Dillinger because he hates the 10 chant. Also, Becky Lynch and Lana had a match because Becky Lynch confronted Lana backstage at Rusev trying to figure out this whole Milwaukee crap. And then Becky just starts talking trash to Lana. And then that eventually led to a match. Which I really didn't understand the reason for it. Why was there a reason to put these two in a match is beyond me. But at least Becky got some screen time, right? Becky was able to get in the ring and do what she did. Now, I thought of two possible outcomes here. First, I thought maybe Charlotte's going to interfere and cost Becky this match. Or B, Charlotte's going to come out and attack Becky after the match. Surprisingly, none of that happened. I'm guessing WWE just wanted to keep Charlotte off TV just to avoid boos. But either way, guys, I just don't care. Becky's a heel. You got to deal with it. I don't want to rant about Becky Lynch being a heel anymore. It's time to accept it and move on. I'm not saying you don't have to cheer Becky. All I'm saying is accept it and move on. Now I know someone questioned, well, okay, you want Ronda heel, then why don't you say Charlotte won't turn heel? I'll tell you why I don't say Charlotte can't. Because WWE are pushing Charlotte as the #1 babyface. They're pushing Charlotte as a babyface. They could have easily turned Charlotte heel against Becky. But also the story, I don't understand how people saw the story directed towards Charlotte turning heel. The entire story, I knew, was directed at Becky turning heel. I don't understand how people were like, oh, this means Charlotte's going to go heel. I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with you. The whole story between Charlotte and Becky was never directed towards Charlotte turning heel. It's more directed to Becky turning heel. That's just the way it is, guys. Deal with it. And yes, I'm dealing with Ronda Rousey as a babyface, and I freaking hate it. I think Ronda going heel would be best for business. Becky Lynch obviously defeats Lana here, and taps out Lana with the disarmer. Then the final segment was Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. AJ Styles, Paige were out there to do the contract signing. AJ Styles says he's just there to sign the contract, do nothing else. Paige goes ahead to introduce Samoa Joe, but he doesn't come out. So AJ Styles continues to talk, saying that Samoa Joe is a coward, that he'll probably attack him from behind. And Samoa Joe appears on screen. and he's at a random location. AJ Styles just sees Samoa Joe, so he signs the contract. So then Joe says that when you're traveling the world, you don't know where you're going to go, where you're going to end up. And Joe ends up in front of a mailbox that says the word Styles. And this triggers AJ Styles. He's angry that Joe's at his house. And Joe continues to belittle AJ Styles, how he's a failure as a father. So, overall, you guys know how I feel about this whole storyline and the family business. But I think for once, I think this one's okay. Because I think this is okay only because it's making it personal. And yes, it hasn't gone beyond the family of AJ Styles. And it continues to be that way. Continues to be that way. I didn't mind this segment at all, but it's never about the WWE Championship. When was the last time Samoa Joe said that he's coming for the WWE Championship? When was the last time Joe said, this is about me wanting to become WWE Champion? He never mentions it. He always wants to go after Styles' family. Which I'm fine with. It makes it personal. But at least bring up the WWE Championship. That's my main gripe about this feud. That it's not about the WWE Championship. It's just about the family. So, that's pretty much SmackDown, guys. It ended with Samoa Joe tapping on the doorbell and saying, Daddy's home. That's how the show rolled off the air. Anyway, guys, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the thumbs up if you guys did enjoy it. Comment your opinions down below and what are your thoughts on Smackdown Live. And be sure to subscribe if you have not done so. Be sure to check out previous videos as well if you haven't done that either. And be sure to follow me on my social media at pvalentine95 on Twitter. Thank you all so much for joining me for this review, and I'll see you all next time when I come up with a video. See you guys then.